So this is just for anybody who had questions about like what Katana Kingdom is, how it was created, like what the whole concept behind it was. But just to kind of give you guys a quick rundown, essentially I was at work one day and I had the idea to basically create something that had representation of my love for Japanese culture and my relationship with God since I had gotten saved. For many of you guys who don't know me, like I got saved around 2020. I had an encounter with God, and that really changed my whole perspective on life and everything. But previously, before that, I spent a lot of my life in darkness, and hence why I had a lot of deathly influence. I used to wear nothing but skulls and like death everywhere. But I created Katana Kingdom with a friend of mine at the time who helped me build the blueprint. I didn't really necessarily like enjoy the blueprint as much because once we printed it out on a shirt, it wasn't as appealing as this new design. So I ended up moving from Fort Worth to San Marcos, and when I got to San Marcos, I spent a couple weeks just thinking about it, and it basically gave me like, there was just this burden on my shoulders. I was like, I cannot let this brand die. I need more. So I hit up one of the guys that I know who's a really good graphic designer. His name is Fake Savion, amazing artist. And I brought the concept and told him everything that I wanted to have for it. He was like, bet. So I sent it to him. He got back to me a couple weeks later and created the logo that you guys know now. Now, what this movement and this brand is necessarily about is it's technically a Christian brand. Now, I won't really put the idea of like it specifically just being a Christian brand because I don't want people to feel excluded. Because I understand that the logo itself, you would not look at it and be like, oh, this is like Christian. But my whole concept for it originally was supposed to have like this lion. And if you look at it, that's what you'll see. It's supposed to be representation of like the Lion of Judah, Jesus, and the samurai helmet is supposed to represent like my love for Japanese culture and samurais. Ever since I was a kid, like I've always drawn. I've always been attracted to like Japanese culture. There used to be a book fair that used to come around my neighborhood, and I used to always get the Shonen Jump once every month, and we were really poor at that time. And it just allowed me to kind of tap into that before like anime and manga and things are what they are to this day, before people even cared what a samurai was or knew what a samurai was. But it had translated later on into like who I become, because I have like such a warrior spirit. I have such a love for this resilience in this world, fighting against the darkness, because I come from the darkness, right? And so I feel like God is using me to create this brand in order to allow me to raise it up to find other people who are also trying to fight against that, who are also fighting against where they see the world is turning, because it's very hard to find like a real Christian brand that actually looks good, I'll say. And I'm not like a clothing person. I don't care for like fashion. I think it looks nice, but that's just not my area. I've always been a design type of guy. Like I love graphic designs. I love character development, character designing. I love drawing, like things like that. But when it comes to like these shoes go with those pants, like beyond it. But yeah, as you guys can see, like it's going to essentially be majorly bigger than I am. So I need to allow myself to just let the steps unfold. So if you guys had any questions about what Katana Kingdom is, essentially just know that it's a blend between my relationship with God when I got saved, and my love for Japanese culture, coming into a movement of being a brand about resilience. Because in this world, they're going to try to tempt you into going for darkness, calling good evil and evil good. You know, you just have to be able to have some things that keep you grounded, especially when it comes to God, man. And I hope that this is a part of me playing that part, and not just to do this thing to make money off of it, but to actually like inspire other people to go against the grain. Because so much in society, we tend to like fall into that same that same type of atmosphere of I'm working day to day back and forth, and I'm doing this, and I'm not showing my potential, because they feel like, or we feel like, this is all that we're meant for. But the reality is God has given you certain gifts that you should be able to take advantage of, because if you don't, you're not living your God-given purpose. And so I'm hoping through the development, as you guys will see, I'll vlog this whole journey of this brand, God willing, it'll become way majorly bigger than I am, that I can inspire people and show them that I was at the steps, and you know, the job that I'm working at currently, like, enough is enough for me, you know. So hopefully you guys will be able to tap in and support and show love, because for me it's always going to be reciprocal, and I'm going to make sure that I'm able to also help other people achieve the things that they feel God has called on their spirit.